So someone wanted me to give commentary on one of my videos while I was making it, and I don't know why, but it is what it is. So this game is obviously very old. Honestly, I don't think I was born when this game came out, but it's still going, surprisingly. And here I am. So when you play this game, you're basically just a ship, and you fly around, and you destroy things. You have weapons, and no one plays this game anymore because the game is probably gone.
These captured mantis are trapped by an electrical field. You can use them as target practice. Destroy all 3 aliens.
So obviously when you play the game, obviously if you first play it for the first time, you're not going to know what you're doing, but I've played this game probably since I was like in kindergarten, so I pretty much can probably play the game with my eyes closed. But the point is, it's still rather interesting the way that the game works, because a lot of games today are just garbage. So that first level was just showing you flying and targets. This level shows you other things. It literally says on the objectives right there.
The buildings and smoke. Please destroy those buildings. Shoot the white crates to receive power-ups. Once the crates are destroyed, blue power-ups will shoot up out of the crates. Fly into the power-up to repair your ship's hull. Gear down and fly into the colonist in order to rescue him.
Yeah, so this game, some of the weapons on the ships have unlimited ammo, like this weapon right here, but this weapon right here doesn't have unlimited ammo, so eventually you can use it up. See how it's not like replenishing? Yeah, since it's not replenishing, then it doesn't have unlimited ammo. But this one right here has unlimited ammo because it replenishes.
Rescue all surviving colonists and bring them to the drop zone.
So yeah, these weapons have unlimited ammo. This one doesn't. You upgrade your weapons as you go and you earn points. Surprisingly, I actually know like how many points things are worth. So every single colonist that you rescue is worth 500 points.
I am activating the last Stargate ring so that you can exit the...
So every single colonist is worth 500 points. Every single lander is worth, well, the green landers that you saw in the early game, those ones are worth 20 points. You obviously have harder landers in the later game, and like right here, in this level you're going to have a lander called a Yellow Jacket, which, very creative name. And what happens is, with this one, you earn more points with more colonists that you save and with more landers that you destroy. That's literally all the game is, and you don't die. But obviously you have 3 lives at the beginning, so you really shouldn't have that much of a problem. So like right here, all you do is destroy the landers. You shoot them. There's a Yellow Jacket right there. So literally all you do.
Please try to stay alive for as long as possible up there. Please await further directives.
So not that you saw it already, but eventually you're going to have an objective that you have to do. So like right here you have an objective. There's the little triangle indicator. All you do is you fly towards it. That's all you do. So you're escorting the dropship. So basically when you escort the dropship, all that you do is you destroy the landers so that they don't destroy the dropship. Simple enough. like right there I ran out of ammo. So obviously I can't shoot this weapon anymore. So what you have to do is you have to find those power-up crate things right here. Fly into it and your weapon's replenished. That's all it is. So here's these are called yellow jackets. They are worth 40 points each. The green ones are worth 20. The yellow ones are worth 40. Then you have harder landers in the future game, but we'll get to that. So like right here, the dropship has a life, and you have to destroy the landers, so that way it doesn't destroy them. Yeah, some things are annoying. And all you do the whole game, you just, well, in this level specifically, in this level you just fly around the game, destroying as many of the landers as you can. So these things are called transports. You'll see more of them in the future game, and they basically are just weird looking alien trains that don't have train tracks.
Base to a bunch of oversized cockroaches, and now I'm stuck in a tank in this hole you call a planet. Follow your blue target beacon and get me out of this dump. All right, Kyoto, I see you. Bring her down. I need to hitch a ride.
So yeah, then you do your next objective. I don't know how the world the dude got caught in this tank, but you pick up the tank and you fly it through the Stargate. Oh yeah, so you can destroy the scenery in the game. See, if I keep shooting this thing long enough, eventually it'll get so damaged that it just blows up. You can do that with a lot of things. You can do it with like structures right here. You can do it with these structures right here. So in reality, if you don't like the game, you can just play like any level and just go around the game shooting as much of the structures as you want to. Give it a little bit of fun. So, and then once the level's done, all you do is you enter the Stargate. So once you enter the Stargate, obviously you're going to go to the next level.
This is memory.
So obviously I went a little too fast on that, and I didn't show you the full score thing, but what happens is you can read your score, and there's a lot of different categories. You lose points if you lose colonists, and you also lose points if you lose colonists. That's literally the only way you can lose points, so don't let the colonists die. So yeah, this level is a little bit more intense. Well, it doesn't seem like it at first. A lot of the levels seem really quiet, but like this level is going to get really intense because surprisingly, the people, the colonists, the landers, or the aliens, but they're called landers in this game, surprisingly, they like to eat the people. So like right here, as soon as I rescue these colonists right here, I'm now going to have landers coming at me, and they're going to try to come after the colonists.
On your guard, Commander. Looks like you're
So I've played this game long enough to know where the landers actually pop up first. So the reason I rescued those colonists first specifically is so that way the landers couldn't get them. Because if you look over there, there's the landers, and that's where the colonists were. So if I like rescued colonists over there, obviously they probably would have captured them really fast. The point is, the game is going to get really intense, especially if one of them gets captured. There's the scenery you can destroy. I don't know why the colonists had to be way out here in the middle of nowhere, but it is what it is. The reason, so like, there's 3 here, but I know that there's one farther away over here. So I'm going to go get this one first, because the landers are going to get really close. See, over there. The landers are getting really close over there. also helps if you just destroy the landers before they can get over there.
Colonist rescued.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. See?
Heads up, Commander. Buggers on the scope. Incoming waves of landers.
See? And obviously you don't let the colonists get captured, and you would go seek after it. So you're always probably thinking, why does he always use the same ship in every single level that he plays? Well, the reason why is because, especially when I do speed runs, obviously you can't do a fast speed run if you have a slow ship. So I always use the faster ships. Right now, since I started a new game, and I haven't showed you guys the full scale of the resume game in commentary, I'm just using this ship because it's faster than the other ship. That was close. Ta-da! That's all you do. Oh, whoops. Get in there. There you go. So, yep, now that all the colonists are rescued, you basically prepare for the swarm that's going to happen. So quick, when you hit Z, this is for the GameCube, so when you hit the button Z on the GameCube controller, it shows you this screen. And it shows you the objectives, it shows you the map, it also shows you your points, which is the top right, shows you your ship lives next to the ship. It also shows you the colonist numbers. So like right now there's 3 of them, but obviously I rescued them, so they're going into the drop zone right here. So these turrets right here surprisingly give you 25 points.
Third wave of landers on the scope. They're everywhere. This is heavy fire for a rookie 3-7.
I don't know why, but like see how I have 7,400 points right now? If you destroy this turret right here, you get 25 points. That's crazy. I couldn't believe that when I first found that out, but the game's gonna get a little intense. Time for a little fun. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? There you are. Oh yeah, this level shows you a really, really crazy lander. I don't even know if the lander gives you any points, but it's big. Watch this. Oh! That thing's disgusting. It's called the Reaper. Woo. That thing's disgusting. So, now you just have to wait for the dropship to return. Which I'm just like, you hurry up. So yeah, all you do now is you destroy all the landers. Obviously this weapon is more fun because you don't have to directly aim at the targets. But it is what it is. So. Also you can destroy this scenery, have some fun, and also destroy the scenery. So yeah, this game is kind of like a demolition derby, but it doesn't really give you any points. But if you like destroying scenery, which I used to be a really young kid at the time. I used to be young, like 2 years ago, before I was an adult. And I used to love demolition derbies. I used to just go on games and I used to just destroy as much stuff as I could. Which is a really, really bad reflection of my personality. So the weapons in this game, the best weapons are the locking weapons, like this weapon. This weapon doesn't lock, so you have to like manually aim, and sometimes you miss your target, sometimes. But the weapons that lock are the best. So while I'm just focusing right here, in the game there is actually 6 ships total. Only 6. I wish they could give you more, but obviously that didn't happen, so this is one of the 6 ships. So the 6 ships are called Defender, Guardian, Nemesis, Defiance, Judgment, and Retribution. Obviously, Nemesis is my favorite ship because you get the ship early and it's decently fast, and it's really cool to, it's just a really nice name for the ship too. I mean, I would like Retribution a lot more, but you don't get Retribution until like the very end of the game, so that's why I like Nemesis. Because like I'm literally going to complete this level, and I'm going to get Nemesis. So you don't have to destroy every lander, but I usually do in walkthroughs to show you the full points. So like before you enter the Stargate, you can check your point count right there if you want to. So right there, I'm probably going to get 11,000 points because I saved all the colonists, and I'll show you that on the score thing. So obviously I'm hitting the button A really fast to skip the victory and all the other good scenes. So right here, here's your score. Obviously, the colonists give you 500 points. Don't let the colonists die, and don't let the colonists get mutated, which means the lander eats the colonist and turns into a mutated lander. It's horrifying. The kill bonus counts for all of your like landers and all your other landers and all the other creatures that are in the future. And you get bonus points if you save the colonists or like do some sort of special rescue. You'll see that in the future. So obviously, like, I don't know if anyone even has this game anymore, but I guess history will play out. Obviously, we like the oldies. So right here I got Nemesis, my favorite ship, and credits is the points that you earn from the levels. So like obviously I have a certain amount of credits, but I know that there are levels where I need certain weapons. So like I don't need this weapon for this level. This weapon comes in handy. So obviously I don't have enough credits to get this, so you have to play more levels, and that's literally the whole game.
Tactical retreat phase.
That's literally the whole game. You play with ships, you destroy landers, you rescue colonists, you don't die, you get through the levels, you upgrade your ships, you get more ships, and you watch the Earth blow up at the end.
Varus Dunes, Titan. The Manti have destroyed several bridges, preventing our transports from reaching the supply outpost. The colonists have disembarked the transports and are awaiting pickup. Please retrieve them before the Manti can get to them.
So this is probably the funniest level in the whole game, because the dude who commands you, his name's Colonel Adams. He yells in this level. It's pretty funny.
Colonists rescued.
A wave of landers on the scopes, Commander. Things are heating up.
See, he yells. He yells very loudly. And yes, you saw me rescuing the colonists on that side of the screen, because I know that the landers respawn on that side of the screen. Therefore, I'm going to rescue these colonists first.
Colonists rescued.
But I've played this game so long, I literally rescue all the colonists before the landers even come close to touching them. And yes, it's only possible with a fast ship. Obviously, if you have a slow ship, you're not going to be able to get to the colonists as fast. So I literally have rescued every single colonist after these two.
Pilot, you need to pull those colonists out of there now.
But it doesn't shut up Colonel Adams from yelling at you. So you're going to hear him yelling a lot. So the weapons that you earn in the game are shown on the top right. So like this is the ratchet gun, which you saw. This is the volley missile.
The Manti are on them like bugs at a picnic.
This is called the Trident missile, which is rather interesting. Just 3 of these. So something about the map. You saw that right there. What happens right there is if you see how my ship's on the bottom right. If you go far enough, you'll see my ship is now off the little square grid, and then watch what happens to the ship. Yeah, you can't leave certain areas. This I mean, you can argue which ship has the best weaponry, obviously, since there's more scenery, you can destroy the scenery if you really want to. So the X button in this game isn't really like the X button on the GameCube. It isn't really used that much, but I will show you what it's used for now.
Another wave of Manti incoming.
So right here, you have special weapons or special upgrades that you use with the X button. This ship has a weapon called Smart Bomb, which does that. So now I destroyed every single lander because of that big explosion. That's another reason this ship is the best. And we're done with the level. So there's a victory scene that happens right here. I hit the A button really fast to make sure that doesn't play, because I've played the game over 100 times. Actually, probably over 1,000. So I know what it's like. So obviously, since you earn more points, you can look and say, okay, look what I got here. You're like, can I get a ship life? You're like, do I want this? But you really want this weapon, so obviously you should save some credits. And I'm just gonna get the ship life.
Super Trident.
Then you continue and you keep going. So every single level introduces you to new things. So like, obviously the first two were training. Cydonia Base was just a bunch of landers. Then Prometheus was a bunch of like,
I'm looking at
Prometheus was just a whole bunch of colonists and landers.
TAC-STAT scans indicate new Manti life form.
And now in this game, it'll show you a new lander.
We've got a group of missile crawlers waiting nearby. Bring a few crawlers back to protect the drop zone. Missile crawlers are good for air defense.
You can also tie in certain weapons. So like, if you remember in the first few levels, I played with the ship called Defender, and it had a weapon that looked like this weapon right here. So you're like, wait a minute, are they the same weapon? And yes, they are the same weapon, except the one on this ship is the upgraded version of it, which is what I bought. I bought that weapon with the credits that I earned from the game. So every single time you rescue 3 colonists, right here at the drop zone, every single time that happens, you get 1,500 points. So colonists are probably the most important point thing. They give you 500 points each. And if you rescue all the colonists, it gives you bonus points. So in this level, it introduced you to missile crawlers. Even though technically you had 2 missile crawlers at Lake Thanatos, but you didn't really use them. You just like, the drop ship just said, hey, I'm dropping off 2 missile crawlers. And you're like, wow, that's great, that's nice. Whoa, what's this thingy in here? So like, you play this level and you're like, oh, what the heck is this thingy in here? It even gets targeted by this.
Objective complete.
This is Mudo. I jumped the gate and am waiting near the drop zone. I assume the area
That's
is
great.
clear.
It's still hot in here, Mudo.
Mudo.
Commander, make sure
What a
the
great
doctor doesn't
name.
get
I don't know
mussed up.
how they came up with that, but that's quite a name. So, the final enemy right here, normally you can use a smart bomb on it, so like right now you can just, oops, but I found out that if you use a smart bomb on this weapon, you can actually crash the game. So I'm not going to use a smart bomb on the weapon, a smart bomb on the enemy. I'm just going to defeat it in
Memory
a
got a
rather
strange
interesting
reading on
style.
the scope. It seems to be a bug, but it's not like any Manti I've ever seen.
Oh, that's
It's
creepy.
huge.
So what is
I'm
this
sending
thing
you the
called?
coordinates.
Podworm. That's a nice name. Oh yeah, this Podworm. If you kill the front one first, it cleans the whole thing. Oh, I thought I had it. Bye. He gone. Yeah, you have to kill the front one to kill it all. There's just so much in this game that I could talk about. Quite frankly, probably none of you people care either because no one has this game and no one plays this game anymore. So also you have to take note of how much things cost and how much you want to spend. So like obviously right here, I want a different weapon. Normally if I was doing a complete walkthrough speedrun, I would play every level, but I don't have that much time because it's like the middle of the night and I really shouldn't be up here.
Ratchet cannon.
So I took note that this was 25,000 credits, and I knew I was going to score 10,000 points in the other level. Therefore, I made sure that I had enough, and I'm replacing it, and so now it's a really upgraded weapon. So this level is actually really interesting, because you actually earn more points by blowing up a rock before it tells you to blow up the rock. I'll show you what I mean. But for now, I gotta do the other objective.
Commander, we've established a defensive perimeter at the end of Argus Canyon, but we need to fortify our position. Use the power supplies over by this depot to fire up the turrets at the base entrance. A lander has stolen one of our power supplies. I'm targeting him for you now. Take him out. He dropped the power supply. Grab it. Bring the power supply back and power up this turret. All right, Commander. That should hold off the buggers for a while. I'm showing a wave of landers on their way to the base. Let's see them try to bust in here.
So this weapon right here that you saw, originally it was called Ratchet Gun, but now it's Ratchet Cannon because I upgraded it and it locks. So it's a really effective weapon.
Nice work,
Saw
Commander.
that rock to the
We held
right?
off quite a swarm. We still need to pull all the colonists out of the zone.
Directive. Sweep the area and retrieve all colonists.
So this level is actually a smack in the face because there's a colonist literally on the other side of the cliffs that literally can get captured so fast, and if you're not prepared, it will die. It's so sad, but I'll show you. So obviously you know where all these landers are, blah, 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 where all these colonists are. It's not that hard to find them.
Colonist rescued.
There's 2 colonists here. Oh, so you heard the colonist. So the first few times I played this game, I had no idea where the colonist was. I kept losing it, but you have to go all the way around the gorge like this, and it's over here on this side. And a lander just randomly pops up right there and captures the colonist for no reason. So if you don't have a fast ship, you're probably not going to rescue that colonist. It's so sad, but come on people, you killed us, whoever made this game. But I'm fast enough, so I got the colonists. And I'll show you the rock thingy now. So right here there's a rock thingy. It tells you at the so right here, you see this rock? Normally you wouldn't know that it's here, and the game would tell you to go into the rock, but since I know it, since I know where it is, obviously I blew it up easier. You just come here, you shoot all these landers.
All colonists accounted for.
So the reason I blew the rock up early was to show you a trick. Well, you earn more points. I'll show you why. So when you come in here,
Whatever that ugly chunk of sludge is, it's churning
destroy
out
that
landers.
thing.
You better take it out.
Notification.
Okay, so you saw the thing I destroyed. Yeah, they call it a Manti Forge.
This is Modo. Xenomed teams are moving in to analyze the Mantis structure. They'll take over from here. Don't enter.
Okay. Oh, also, you can listen to the briefing if you want to, but I don't. I just click A and accept. So you see how it says all colonists saved bonus? Surprisingly, if you wait and don't destroy the rock early, you only get 500 points instead of 2,000 points. Discovered that, it was pretty dumb, but oh well, I want more points for a new game because I need the points for the weapons. So I'm choosing not to do this level because this level takes forever. But now this level is a little bit more fun because it introduces you to a brand new type of enemy. I don't know why they called this enemy what they call it, so.
Super Trident.
So like right now I'm thinking, okay, I can buy this weapon if I want to. But you know what I think? I'm just going to buy a ship life. I'm going to show you a really cool trick in the game too, so. Got a ship life.
Tactical retreat thing.
Well, I mean, it's not really a trick, but it's just a easier way to get points really, really fast.
GSA Common Transmission. Memory to Commander Kyoto. Assessment. Location Europa. Lakebud Basin. A squad of Manti Widows has been detected approaching this reserve base. Additional. The base contains a tank factory, which can be used to build vehicles.
Adams to Kyoto. For every 3 colonists you unload at the factory, he'll be able to manufacture another tank for you. Commander, grab a few of those colonists. You're going to need tank support.
Obviously, I don't need to tell you about the tanks because they literally told you what happens. So I gotta show you the smart bomb trick.
The base entrance makes a good choke point. If you place your tanks there, they should do some damage to the Widows as they try to enter the compound. Widows are slow, but they're tough and they pack a punch. Trust me. You'll have a hard time taking them out alone.
Okay.
Widow down.
So right here,
Nice
since
work,
you know that the
Commander.
landers
There's
will
more on
spawn
the
right
way.
there, if you use the smart bomb right here, like that,
I'm reading
you
another
can
wave
literally
of
get
landers
a
inbound.
ton of landers. Oops, I died right there. But did you know that I actually died right there on purpose? So the reason I died right there on purpose is because I can't use the smart bomb again. Once you use the one smart bomb,
I'm reading another
that's
wave
it.
of landers
You can only
inbound.
use it once in every life. Therefore, I lost a life so I can use it again. So like right here, just blow it up.
I'm reading another wave of landers
And literally it's
inbound.
only for a desperation of points. That's literally all it is. It's so dumb. And I would literally lose all my lives just to pull that stunt. But obviously I shouldn't do that just in case.
Commander, I have received a distress call from some stranded GSA colonists in the area.
Oh shoot, that was close.
Colonists rescued.
You don't have to kill the landers, but I just do it because I'm really good. So normally in a time speed run, I would like try to get all the I would try to beat this level as fast as possible, but I had to wait here for a new game speed run because ultimately the colonists are worth more points. That's why.
Update. All Manti
Good.
graduates.
So yeah, I earned a lot more points by rescuing more colonists, and I got a new
Security
ship.
levels at your
So I got a new ship right here. Obviously, you can start upgrading it immediately if you wanted to, but ultimately I don't want to because I don't play with this ship. Obviously, Nemesis is my favorite ship, so I play with Nemesis the whole entire game. So now I'm looking at Nemesis's weapons. I'm like, okay, what do I got? So obviously, I think it would be a good idea to upgrade.
Super Trident.
I mean, technically I could upgrade both, but I think that's a good one to upgrade. Obviously, I don't have enough for that, and I don't need another life, so continue. So now note the weapons. Obviously, when I use the weapons in the beginning, they don't look as advanced. But as you continue to upgrade the weapons in play, they'll look way more intense.
Kyoto, this ought to be fun. We need you to beat a path for the dropship and lend a hand getting some colonists to the drop zone. There are lots of buggers down in there. It looks like they've set up turret emplacements at several key points to blockade the canyon.
Those things are
Those
annoying.
turrets will eat that dropship up, so we need you to take them out.
Directive. Follow blue beacon to dropship Alpha 7. Protect and escort dropship.
Dropship Alpha 7, ready for rescue mission, Commander Kyoto.
Significant Manti buildup in canyon. Prepare for contact. Manti forces ahead.
You ready, Commander? Manti blockade up ahead. Make sure you watch out for those shock towers and turrets. Good work, Commander. Now, just beyond, you'll find a drop zone with a few colonists. Save as many as you can. The dropship will be back to pick them up. Just take them to the drop zone. Alpha 7 here. Evac phase 1 complete.
Get ready, Commander. Another blockade up ahead. Commander, sensors indicate another group of colonists ahead.
So the way that you see the life of something, you have to hit the Y button. So hitting the Y button shows you the life. Colonists have lives, all your enemies have lives, your ship has lives, which is shown, obviously.
Colonist rescue.
Evac phase 2 complete.
So you're like, what was the point of doing that? I'll show you in the future. There's a really cool trick that you can do in this game. Oh, please take it.
Nice shooting, Commander. I believe some more colonists can be found just
Yeah,
ahead.
sometimes the game crashes right there too, so that was really close. Luckily though, it didn't crash, so we're good. That was close. I'm so scared. So the reason I got into those power-ups for no reason is because all the power-ups now gather up right here in this area, and I'm going to use the power-ups for a trick.
Manti force approaching. Ready your guns, Commander.
Well, it's not really a trick, but it's a way to get points very, very fast. Oh, look at the literal objective thingy. See? Look at the points. That's pretty funny. It says error attacking. That's awesome. So you see what's going on right here? It takes place in other parts, but I'll show you why I need the extra lives.
Colonist rescue.
Third phase, evac complete.
Thing went off. The orange circle's off. You can still rescue the colonists though. Sometimes it just, because I play the game so fast, sometimes the orange circle disappears. Okay, so for the trick.
Colonist rescue.
Please don't crash on me either. So for the trick, right here, if you come over here in this area, you saw those landers pop up right there.
Let's round them up.
If you hold down your weapons, they constantly respawn. So you can use a smart bomb on it. So each lander is worth 20 points. So obviously I have 15,700 points right now. So if you stay right here in this area, you can literally get unlimited points because the landers never stop responding. So just stay here with your weapon, hold it down, don't get hit. I mean, obviously you're going to get hit. That's what the power-ups are there for at the other drop zone. So that way I can repair my ship. Wait, I literally just do that. Do that the whole time, and you'll get unlimited points. It's pretty funny. I remember I one time did this for like 3 hours straight, and I earned like 200,000 points. Remember, each lander is only worth 20, so I had to do it for a long time. Yeah, so once you take enough damage, obviously, you can just come over here, get the power-ups, and do it again. I think this place is really funny because now I have 17,140. Let's see how many points I earn. The lander respawns in the same spot the whole time. I earned 1,300 points on that one round. That's not including the combo list. That's why I love doing this right here. You can literally stay right here, take the one lander, and just keep doing this. You can literally do this for as long as you want to. Just be careful though, because there's a lot of landers shooting at you, so you gotta constantly go forwards and then backwards, so that way you don't get hit as much. So I almost have 20,000 points now. But yeah, so this was just to show you the trick. Obviously, you shouldn't be. Stop it. What? That's ridiculous. At you. Be careful because you can die. So I have 20,700 points. Oh my goodness.
Kyoto, I'm taking fire here.
Oh, you weren't supposed to see that. Essentially, all you have to do when you rescue the colonists, you're level over. And it says error attacking. Nice.
All colonists accounted for. Mission protocol.
I don't know why it doesn't give you the all colonists save bonus on